Hi, everybody. Hi. Yay, we have some people on. Hey, Garen. What up? Hey, guys. Let me know in the comments if the sound and the lighting is okay. I'm going to give it a few minutes for people to kind of hop on and get settled in. Cool. Thank you, Laurel. All right. Well, thank you guys for being here. It looks like there's a good amount of people that are already on. So welcome. My name's Mackenzie. Welcome to my living room here in Fort Collins. I'm so excited to be able to guide you guys through a Flow1 class. So I'm going to speak up as loud as I can. I'm going to be doing the flow with you guys on my mat. And I'll be kind of looking at the computer for comments. So go ahead and type comments if you want to. So a few things before we get going with class. So you might want a couple props while you're doing this class. Specifically, I will be using a block and a strap. So if you have those, press pause, go ahead and go grab those, come back. But I have some suggestions if you don't have these specific props. So for a block, what we're going to be using this for at the beginning of class is to support our spine. So instead of a block, if you don't have a block, go ahead and grab a pillow. That will be just as useful as the block. Also, later on in class, we're going to be using these blocks for stability. So we're going to be coming into a half moon, which looks something like this, where you're balancing on the block. So you're not putting a lot of pressure onto the block here, but really just allowing you to place your fingers on it. So if you don't have this kind of block, you could always use a can of soup, or even like a large candle or something like that. So those are some suggestions for the blocks. Now we're also using, like I said, a strap. So we are going to be using this in one of our postures to tie it around our foot and extend out. You can certainly, I'll give you modifications in that posture to do without a prop at all. But if you want to use a prop and you don't have a strap, maybe find a belt or even a scarf of some sort, because that will allow you to get the same sort of action that the strap would. So go ahead, push pause if you want to go get any of these extra props. But again, the props are just there to help facilitate getting you into some of these postures. So I will always give modifications to do without the blocks, without the straps, where it's just you and your mat doing the practice. That's totally okay. I do want to, though, before we get going, I want to demonstrate what's called a chaturanga. So if you ever go to a flow class, you will hear the teacher talk about chaturangas throughout class. It's a chaturanga dandasana is what it's called. It's a high plank down to a low plank, moving into an upward facing dog or cobra, and then settling into a downward facing dog. So it's 4 postures kind of linked together with your breath. So each posture, you're either moving with your inhale or your exhale. So when the teacher says chaturanga or move into your chaturanga flow, move into your vinyasa flow, that is your opportunity to move through those 4 postures using any sort of modifications that you want. And just knowing that we always meet in downward facing dog, so you can always skip the chaturanga and just meet in downward facing dog. So I'm going to give you a demonstration right now before we start of what that chaturanga looks like. And again, we'll be moving through many of these through class. So please take the modifications if you want. I always tell my students, take the whole class from your knees. Move beyond that ego here. Now when you're doing it from your knees, you're still building strength. It doesn't mean that you're weak just because you drop to your knees. It just means that you're using this as an opportunity to build up that strength so that at some point you can get to a class and maybe do all of it off of your knees. So, again, we always start in a high plank. So here in our high plank, we want our wrists directly under our shoulders. And think long line of energy. So out the crown of your head, down through the base of your heels here. So if your hips are sinking really low, or if your hips are really high, go ahead and level them out here, really engaging through your core. Now you're not sucking up through your belly when I say that. You're finding some engagement, kind of think of as zippers, zipping up through your core. So we're here on our inhale. Now, dropping to your knees, this is where you're going to begin. Take an inhale here, reach your chest to the front of the space, and then exhale, slowly lower all the way down. Now you're hugging your elbows in as you lower. Now your hands are under your shoulders, tops of your feet glued into the earth, chin to the mat. On your inhale, cobra, lift through your head, your neck, your upper back. Send your elbows to the back of the space. Your knees may lift off the ground. Root the tops of your feet. Exhale, lower down, chin to the mat. Curl your toes. Inhale for tabletop or high plank. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Perfect, so that is one variation using some modifications. Now if you want to take the full chaturanga off of your knees, fullest expression, starting here in a high plank, you're gazing out in front of you, you're shifting just a little bit onto your toes. Exhale, lower down halfway. So hugging your elbows in, gazing out in front of you. Tops of your feet, flip over. Arms lengthen, gaze out in front of you, upward facing dog. Your hips, your knees are lifted. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips high, press the mat away. Any modification is yours. And again, you can always skip and meet in downward facing dog. So let's get going here with our flow. So I'm going to recommend everybody come lying onto their backs. So we're going to come to reclined fish pose. So again, if you have the blocks, go ahead and grab them. You're going to place one of them the long way. So your spine is going to be lying onto that block here. And the second one, you're going to place it the wide way at the top of that. And that's where your head is going to lie onto. Now if you don't have the blocks, this is where you'd want to grab maybe your pillow. And you can place the pillow the long way on your mat. And you're going to lie down onto your pillow so that your shoulders roll over the pillow here. They kind of they root into the ground. Now you're going to bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees open wide like a book here. So we call this Supta Baddha Konasana with our legs. Reclined fish through our upper body. Now just bring one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart. And just come into your breath here. few deep breaths here. Inhale through your nose. And exhale out your mouth, let it go. Again, inhale. And exhale out your mouth. Now we're going to find some control with our breath here. Now keep one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart. Again, lying down onto your back, Supta Baddha Konasana with your legs. Your hips are opening. Your shoulders and your heart are opening. Now we're going to take what's called Samavriti, which is equal part breath. So I'm going to guide us through this so we're all breathing here together. So on an inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold just briefly. And then exhale through your nose for 4, 3, 2, 1, hold. Beautiful. We'll move through a couple more rounds. Inhale through your nose for 4, 3, 2, 1, hold at the top. And exhale with control for 4, 3, 2, 1, hold. Beautiful job. One more round together. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, hold at the top. And exhale out your nose for 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Beautiful job. Now just take a few minutes here to think of a word, think of a mantra, a phrase, or it could be one single word, something that really speaks to you right now. Maybe you want some grounding. Maybe you want to have some trust in what's going on. Maybe you want to slow it down. Maybe you need to speed it up a little bit. So whatever is resonating with you right now, again, a word or a phrase, a mantra of some sort, just bring that to your focus, bring that to your attention. And as we're moving through class today, if you're finding yourself struggling, first come back to your breath, come back to your mantra, come back to the purpose of why you are here today on your mat. Now to remove ourselves from this posture, take your hands to the outside of your thighs and slowly guide your knees back up to the center. And then roll over either to the left or the right side here. Now maybe you use your bicep as a pillow. You'll want to remove the props out from behind you. And then come slowly rolling back onto your mat. Go ahead and bring your knees up into your chest. Find some compression here on your internal organs, hugging knees in. And then bring your grip here back behind your thighs. We're gonna find some massaging here, so rock and roll from side to side. I really feel this at the top of my glutes, almost my SI, my low back. So breathe and roll into those areas, finding that massage. And then we're going to rock and roll from the front and to the back, slowly gaining momentum. Each rock and roll, eventually coming to the top of the mat. Plant your hands, step back into tabletop position here. So however it works for you to get back into your tabletop. You want your wrists directly under your shoulders. You want your knees directly under your hips. Now, long, flat spine here. So you're extending the top of your head towards the front of your mat. You're extending the root of your tailbone towards the back of the space here. Now we're gonna move through cat-cow together. So take an exhale, everything out. Inhale for cow. Drop your belly, take your gaze up to the sky, fill up your lungs. Inhale. Exhale for cat. Press the mat away. You want to tuck your chin to your spine, navel to your spine. Inhale for cow, gaze up, soft bend in your elbows, drop your belly. Exhale for cat, press the mat away here, navel to spine, send energy through your knees, through your palms. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Beautiful. One more round here at your own pace. Meeting back into tabletop position. On your inhale, curl your toes. And exhale, downward facing dog. So come into, it's an inverted V here with your body. So your back is long and straight. Your legs are as straight as they can be. So always know that in your downward facing dog, you can always find a bend through your knees. And as you find space and opening through your hamstrings, you can begin to straighten your legs. So you're energetically working your heels towards the ground, though they may never meet the ground, and that's okay here. Send your hips up high. You're pressing the mat away from you here. You're working your chest towards the top of your thighs. Finding a big, wide grip through your fingers. Bringing some of the weight into your fingertips here. This is going to relieve some pressure from your wrists. And find your breath in downward facing dog. Beautiful. Hold here for one more inhale. And exhale. Inhale, gaze to the top of the mat, bend your knees. And exhale, with small steps, walk your feet to your hands at the top of the mat. So you're here in a forward fold. Again, always bend your knees if you need to, if you feel tight in your hamstrings. And then as you gain space and flexibility, begin to straighten out your legs more. Send the top of your head towards the mat. Maybe you grab for opposite elbows. Maybe you swing from side to side. The options are yours. Again, find your breath. One more inhale. Come back to center, forward fold on your exhale. Now your feet should be approximately hip-width distance. Root down through your feet. Inhale, rise up, come to standing. Your arms will follow overhead. Bring your palms to touch. Extended mountain. Exhale, hands through, heart center. So press your palms together. Bring your thumbs into your chest. Inhale, extended mountain. Root through your feet. Rise up with your arms. Exhale, hands through, heart center, Samastihiti. So stand here at attention. Again, rooting through the four corners of your feet, lifting up through your legs, finding engagement. So lift up right above your kneecaps, zip up through your low belly here, root your shoulders down your back, and extend up through the top of your head. So we're going to move with our breath. Inhale, extended mountain, root to rise, reach. Exhale, hands through heart center, hinge at your hips, forward fold, Uttanasana. So keep a flat spine the whole way down. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. This time keep your hands to the ground, lengthen through your spine, draw your shoulders down your back. Exhale, fold forward, let it go. Inhale, extended mountain, root to rise, reach, move with your breath. Exhale, hands through, heart center, Samastihiti. Inhale, extended mountain, reach with your arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana, flat spine, reach through your heart as you hinge at your hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Maybe your hands come to your shins or your thighs. Send your shoulders back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, extended mountain, reach. Exhale, hands through, heart center, Samastihiti, standing at attention, total body engagement here. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana, all the way down. Now we're coming into plank here. So plant your hands, step back into your high plank. Now we're gonna find a good foundation here. So wrists directly under your shoulders. Again, palms are wide, fingers are wide. Now you don't wanna sink down into your shoulders here. That's not good alignment and you're gonna end up injuring your shoulders. So if you find yourself shrinking down, press the mat away. You're puffing up almost right in between your shoulder blades. You wanna lift up right in between that area here. Now again, hugging up through your low belly, not sucking in through your belly, but zipping it up. If your hips are high, go ahead and tuck your tailbone down. If your hips are sagging, go ahead and find that engagement, press the mat away. Think long line of energy through the top of your head all the way down through your heels here. Again, find your breath. Always an option to drop down to your knees if you need. We're here for just one more inhale. Curl your toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now we're gonna move with our breath. Inhale, gaze to the top of the mat, bend your knees. Exhale, travel feet to hands, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen through your spine, through the top of your head. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, extended mountain rise, reach up with your arms. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, extended mountain, arms reach. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Move slow and with control. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, lift halfway. Exhale, Chaturanga. So here's your opportunity. Plant your hands, step back into high plank. Now drop to your knees if you're going to take that variation. You're gonna lower all the way down onto your belly. Inhale for Cobra, shine your chest. And exhale, downward facing dog is where we'll meet. Deep inhale together. And exhale, let it out. Inhale, gaze to the top of the mat, bend your knees. Exhale, travel feet to hands at the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extended mountain, Urdhva Hastasana, reach, rise. Exhale, hands through heart center, Samastihiti, standing. Inhale, extended mountain, reach. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana, hands through your heart. Now always know as you're folding forward, you can keep your knees bent. Inhale, halfway lift. Again, option to keep your knees bent a little bit. Exhale, Chaturanga. Your variation here, high plank, down to your low plank. Hug your elbows in, long line of energy. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog is where we'll meet. Beautiful. Deep breath here, fill it up. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, right leg high. So send your right heel to the sky. This is three-legged dog. Exhale, step through to your right thumb. So you're coming into a lunge position here. So you want your right knee directly over your right ankle. Lengthen and engagement through your left thigh here. Send energy out through your heel to the back of your mat. Inhale, forward with your chest and your gaze. Exhale, straighten your right leg, pyramid variation. So you're working your chin to your shin, finding a long, flat spine, maybe bend in your elbows. Inhale, back to lunge, bend your right knee, gaze out in front of you. Exhale, modified pyramid. One more, inhale, lunge, bend your right knee, shift forward. Exhale, modified pyramid, straighten your right leg. Find compression on your front side body, especially on the right side. Inhale, back into lunge, bend your right knee. Exhale, Chaturanga, is yours. High plank, down to your low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath here, fill it up. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, three-legged dog, left leg high, send it back. Exhale, step through to your left thumb. Again, left knee over your left ankle. Find your engagement through your right thigh. Shift forward, gaze out in front of you. Inhale here. Exhale, pyramid variation, straighten your left leg. Again, send your chin to your shin. Try and keep flat through your spine. Inhale, back to lunge. Crawl with your hands, extend through your heart. Exhale, pyramid, straighten your left leg. Last one, inhale, lunge, shift forward, bend your left knee. Exhale, pyramid variation. Inhale, shift back into lunge, bend through your left knee, extend through your right heel. And then step back into high plank. Your variation of chaturanga here. Take it as you will. Maybe you close your eyes as you move through. Upward facing dog or cobra here. And exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful work, yogis. Hang out here in downward facing dog. Take a breath in together. And exhale, let it out. Now with control, using your core, walk your hands back to your feet. So you're coming to a forward fold towards the back of your mat. Inhale for a halfway lift, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, fold forward, pour your heart over your legs. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, all the way up to standing, arms overhead. Exhale, Tadasana, hands to your side. Beautiful. So stay here, facing forward. For the sake of camera and for you guys to see what's really going on, I'm going to face you guys here. So we're coming into Trikonasana, which is tree pose. Sorry, Vrikshasana, tree pose. So we're going to be rooting and balancing on one leg. So we're finding a lot of balance in this posture. And then also lengthening up through the top of our head. So let's start with our left leg here. Let's really root down. Let's lift up all 5 toes of our left foot. Root down through the 4 corners of your feet. So 2 points at the top, 2 points at the bottom. And then slowly lower 1 toe down at a time. Find a good foundation. You're lifting up right above your kneecap. Total engagement through that left standing leg. Now you have options here. If you're new to finding your balance, kickstand your right foot here, right at your ankle, and just see how it feels to have just a little bit of weight just through that right toe. If you want to take it a little bit further, you can bring your right foot to the inside of your left calf. If you want to take it even further, you can bring your right foot to the inside of your left thigh here. Now that's fullest expression. So only take that if that's where you're at. If you're feeling really strong in your left standing leg. Either way, any of those options, you want to work your right knee towards the back of the space. Now what's going to happen is your left hip is going to splay out to the side. We want to suck that back in. So hug in that left thigh back into the crease. You know what? I'm here today. This is where I'm at. Hands can be down next to you, palms face forward, or hands to heart center. Now to take it up a notch, you close your eyes. It's really, really hard. Do it if that's where you're at. We're holding here, we're breathing here, working the top of our head towards the sky. We're lengthening through our spine, finding an opening through our right hip. One more round of breath. And exhale, you can release your right leg down. Pedal it out, shake it out. And then we're going to find this on the other side. Vrikshasana tree pose here. So rooting through your right leg here. Again, lift the 5 toes of your right foot up, root down through the 4 corners, 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom at your heel, and then slowly lower all 5 toes down. Finding your good foundation. Finding where you're at on this side. Try and keep it similar to the other side, but each side is going to be different. You may feel more balanced on one side than the other, so take it where you're at. Finding fullest expression. Again, left sole of your foot comes to the inside of your right thigh. You're pressing in to the sole of your foot just as much as you're kicking in. Again, so that your right hip doesn't splay out to the side too much. Bring it in. Left knee works to the back of the space. Hands down to the side or to heart center. Fullest, deepest expression. Maybe you close your eyes. It's too hard for me to do right now, but go there if you're there. One more inhale here. And exhale, you can slowly release, coming out the same way that you came in. Pedal it out. Beautiful job. Inhale, extended mountain, reach your arms overhead, fill up your lungs. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana, hinge at your hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plank. Move through your chaturanga here. Upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog is where we'll meet. Now moving on, inhale, right leg high. Kick back through your right heel. Now you want to draw your right hips down. You don't want it to open up here. Keep your hips even. Exhale, knee to nose. Hug your knees as close to your nose as you can. Shift your shoulders over your wrists. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Kick back, building strength. Exhale, step through right in between your hands here. Now we're setting up for warrior 2. Root your left foot so it's parallel to the back end of the mat. Inhale, rise up, warrior 2. So reach and extend through your arms to the front and back of the space. Now take a peek here at your feet. You want to find heel to arch alignment. So the heel of your right foot draws in line with the arch of your back foot. Now that back foot, maybe it's parallel, maybe it's in at just an angle, maybe like 40-ish degrees. Deep bend into your right knee here. Gaze out over your right fingertips. Draw your shoulders down your back and extend the top of your head up. We're lengthening. And we're breathing here. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, reverse warrior. Paint the sky with your right hand here. You're keeping your bend in your right knee, little to no weight in your left hand. So really stretch through your right side body. Really reach your right hand to the back. Work your right knee towards the pinky edge of your right foot. One more inhale. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, arms to a T. Exhale, straighten your right leg here. We're setting up for triangle. Inhale, reach your right arm forward. This is going to send your left hip back. And when you can no longer reach anymore, exhale, triangle pose, Trikonasana. So tick-tock your arms to 6 and 12. Perfect opportunity here to use your can of soup, your candle, your block. Bring it to the pinky edge of your right foot here. Now this is going to allow you to bring your fingertips to the top of that prop here so that you don't feel like you're forced to bring your fingers all the way down. It lifts you up here so that you're not sinking down into your right obliques. So you're energetically pointing your right fingers down to the ground and then energetically sending your left fingers up high. So you're feeling an opening through your chest. Beautiful work. One more inhale. Stay for your exhale. Now using your core here, inhale, rise up, 5-pointed star. Exhale, arms to a T. So we're setting up for Prasarita Padottanasana. Inhale, bring your toes out in front of you so your feet are parallel to the back end of the mat. Shine your chest. Exhale, Prasarita Padottanasana, wide leg forward fold. So keep a flat spine, move slow, hinge at your hips, all the way down. Your head will eventually fold, your hands will reach the ground. Now this is an active posture here. So find engagement through your feet. Lift up through the soles of your feet. Lift up through your legs, through your thighs, right above your kneecaps. Hands come down to the ground. Now grab for what you can here. Grab for the outside edges of your feet, your big toe, maybe your ankles, maybe your calves. Pull your chest forward here. Then a little bit of your weight is going to shift forward into your toes. Top of your head extends down towards the ground, and find your breath. One more inhale. Stay for your exhale. Hands come under your shoulders. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, lunge to the front of the space. So creep and crawl to your right. Bend your right knee. You're back into a lunge. Exhale, high plank and chaturanga. Wherever you're at with your chaturanga. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. I'm turning around just for the sake of the camera, but stay where you guys are. Find your breath. We're going to work through the other side. Inhale, left leg high, three-legged dog, kick back with your left heel. Exhale, knee to nose, shift your shoulders over your wrist, bring your knees as close to your nose as you can, press the mat away through your hands. Inhale, three-legged dog, kick back. Exhale, step through right in between your hands here. Left toes point forward, root your right foot down so its blade edge comes down parallel to the end of the mat. Inhale, rise up, warrior two. Arms come to a T, deep bend in your left knee. Now if you notice that your left knee is coming way over your left ankle, find a wider stance here. So toe heel your left foot out a little bit wider. And then you can come into a deeper bend. Zip up here through your core, roll your shoulders down your back, while also extending up through the top of your head. Now take your notice to your right foot. You want to root down through the blade edge of your right foot. One more inhale. Stay for your exhale, or maybe sink a little bit deeper. Inhale, reverse warrior. Paint the sky with your left hand, finding that deep bend along your left side body. Keep the bend in your left knee here. Now focus here on your left knee. It's going to tend to come and draw in towards the middle of the mat. Send it towards your pinky edge of your left foot. Find your breath here. One more inhale. Stay for your exhale or go a little bit deeper. Inhale, rise up, arms to a T. Straighten your left leg. Exhale, triangle pose. So you're going to reach forward first until you can no longer go anymore. Tick-tock your arms, 6 and 12. Triangle, Trikonasana. Both legs are long and straight. Again, perfect opportunity for your block. Place it along the pinky edge of your left foot. This is just going to give you a little bit of space. It's going to bring the floor a little bit closer to you, allowing you to maybe open up through your right shoulder just a little bit more. One more inhale. Stay for your exhale. Now using your core, inhale, rise up, arms to a T. Exhale, parallel your feet forward. We're setting up for Prasarita Padottanasana. Inhale, lengthen through your spine, gaze up. Exhale, hinge at your hips, Prasarita, wide leg, forward fold all the way down. Now move as slow as you would like. Again, reach for what you can. Big toes, outside edges of your feet, your ankles, your calves. Pull your chest forward. Bring some of your weight into the soles of your foot. And breathe here. Since you have a big compression along your front side body, breathe into your back side here. See how that feels. One more inhale. Go a little bit deeper on your exhale. Hands under your shoulders. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lunge to the front of the space. Step back into your high plank. Move through your chaturanga here. Again, finding your own variation. We're meeting in downward facing dog. So we went through that side a little bit slower. Now we're going to pick up the pace. We're going to move through that same flow. One breath, one movement, finding our true vinyasa, finding that dance within our breath. So we're going to start in downward facing dog here. Take a deep breath here. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, hug it in, shift forward. Inhale, three-legged dog, right leg high. Exhale, step through right in between your hands. Inhale, rise up, warrior two, pivot your back foot, deep bend. Exhale, hold here, sink a little bit deeper. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, arms to a T. Inhale, straighten your right leg. Exhale, Trikonasana, hinge forward, tick-tock your arms. Inhale, rise up, arms to a T, feet parallel. Exhale, Prasarita Padottanasana, wide leg forward fold, move slow. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lunge, top of your space. Step back into high plank and move through your chaturanga. Again, drop to your knees if you're building strength. I guarantee if you do every one from your knees, you will still feel sore. You'll still feel that workout. Inhale, left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, hug it in, shift forward. Inhale, three-legged dog, kick back. Exhale, step through in between your hands. Inhale, rise up, warrior two. Exhale, settle in. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, back to warrior two. Inhale, straighten your left leg. Exhale, Trikonasana, triangle, hinge forward, tick-tock your arms. Inhale, rise up, arms to a T, feet become parallel. Exhale, Prasarita Padottanasana, hinge at your hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lunge, top of your space. Step back into high plank. Your chaturanga here, again, high plank, down to your low plank. Upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Awesome job, yogis. Take a breath here. And exhale, let it go. So using your core, again, walk your hands back to your feet, towards the back of your mat. You're in a forward fold. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward, let it go. Inhale, extended mountain rise up, all the way, arms overhead. Exhale, Tadasana, hands to your side. So again, stay standing and facing where you're at. For the sake of the video, I'm gonna face you guys again. So here we are coming into our Padagustasana, Utthita Hasta Padagustasana. So we're standing toe to hand. So maybe you have a strap or strapping material, or you're using a belt of some sort. I'm going to do the demonstration using a scarf so you can see that it can be done just as easily. So again, another standing posture. So previously we did tree pose, standing on one leg at a time. This series also comes with a balancing posture as well. So rooting through our left standing leg here. Again, find that foundation through your left foot, through your left leg, finding that engagement. Now to start, Ekapada Tadasana, lift your right knee here, bring it to about 90 degrees. You're flexing your right toes towards your face, arms next to your side, shoulders rolled on your back, but you're lifting up through your chest, lifting up through the top of your head. Just feel how you feel here. Do you feel sturdy? Do you feel wobbly? If so, zip it all up. Root through your feet. Now maybe you're standing here. Maybe you just hang out here. If you're new to yoga, this is step one. Hang out in step one as long as you need. Step two, if you do not have any sort of strapping, is to just grab for your big toe and hang out here. We're going to eventually extend our right leg out in front of us. If you have your strapping, place that along the ball of your foot, and you want to find the grip as close to your foot as you can. And then just come back up to standing. Hold here. You're either gripping at the strap or at your big toe or the inside or outside edge of your foot. Step two, this is step two, so hang out here if that's where you're at. If you're moving into step three, kick your right heel out in front of you, but you don't want your right shoulder to dip in too much. You want to draw that back as much as you can, which is why I need the strap. My shoulders are so tight. Right toes flexed back. You're staying engaged through your left standing leg. You're keeping your breath here. One more inhale, standing, big toe to hand. And then exhale, you'll come out the same way you came in, first by bending, releasing the strap, and then come back. Pedal it up, shake it out. We're going to do this on the other side. So root down through your right standing leg. Inhale, Ekapada, left knee lifts. Find your grip or your strap. Right hand to hip. Hang out here. This is step B. If you're moving forward, extend out in front of you and draw your left shoulder back. Find your breath. One more inhale. And exhale to release. Now we're going to take it one step further. Root down through your left standing leg here. Come into Ekapada, step one. Find your grip, step two. Stop at any of these steps along the way. If you're going to move forward, step three. Step four, open it out to the side. Keep your right toes flexed. You don't want your left hip protruding out. Bring it in. Extend up. Find your breath. One more inhale. Hold for your exhale. And release, coming back out the same way you came in. Whew, that's a tough one for me. All right, let's do the fullest expression on the other side. So rooting through your right standing leg, Ekapada. Step one. Step two, find your grip. Step three, extend out in front of you. Step four, open it up. This is a tough one. Takes a lot of concentration. I have to find my balance sometimes first before I lengthen out. Maybe arm out to the side. One more inhale. And exhale, release, come back out of it the same way you came in. Awesome job, yogis. High five. You can release the strap off to the side. We're done with it for now. Inhale, extended mountain reach. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plank. Now from plank, we're going to move right into a downward facing dog just for time purposes. I'm gabbing away here. Inhale, right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, step through to your right thumb here. So we're back into a lunge position. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. Low body stays the same, arms reach overhead. So we're finding length through this back leg here. So lift up through your toes, you're lifting your heel, and then try and find as much length as you can. Find a deep bend through your right knee. Arms reach overhead. If you find yourself wobbling, toe heel your right foot out to the side. You'll find a wider stance. Here for an inhale. Exhale, open arm twist to the right. So draw your right hand behind you. Left arm extends out in front of you. Keep the bend through your right knee. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, airplane your arms. Swoop your arms down and back. Keep your chest lifted. Draw your elbows back. Inhale, crescent, proper reach overhead. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back into high plank and chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra, knees, hips are lifted. Exhale, downward facing dog. Other side, inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step through to your left thumb. Low body stays the same. Inhale, rise up, crescent. Reach high with your fingers. Send a deep bend in your left knee. Long through your right leg. Find your breath. Zip up through your low belly. Hold here on your exhale. Here for one more inhale. Exhale, open arm twist to the left. Draw your left palm back behind you. Reach your right hand out in front of you. Try and keep your hips square to the front, but opening through your shoulders. Inhale, crescent back to center. Exhale, airplane your arms, swoop them down and back. Hover through your chest here. Inhale, crescent, proper reach. Exhale, plant your hands, step back into high plank. And chaturanga here, building strength. Drop to your knees at any time. Maybe hold in your high plank. Maybe you're feeling fancy and you want to add on an extra push-up. This is your practice here. Now we're going to link breath to movement through that same series here. Picking up the pace. Inhale, right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, hug it in. Inhale, three-legged dog, kick back. Exhale, step through to right thumb. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. Exhale, open arm twist to the right. Inhale, crescent, proper reach. Exhale, airplane arms, swoop them down. Inhale, crescent, proper. Anjaneyasana. Exhale, lunge, plant your hands. Step back into high plank. Chaturanga here. Meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, hug it in. Inhale, three-legged dog, kick back. Exhale, step through to left thumb. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana, reach. Exhale, open arm twist to the left. Inhale, crescent proper, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, airplane arms, swoop them down. Inhale, crescent, reach. Exhale, lunge. And Chaturanga Dandasana. Only a few more left in class here. Make them strong. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. Now go ahead and shift forward into a high plank here. You can drop down to your knees. You can grab a drink of water if you'd like. Just for a second. Representing the Pentathlon, YogaPod Fort Collins, Pentathlon. Alrighty guys, we're gonna work through some core. So let's head back into our high plank here. Hands under our shoulders, feeling strong through our plank, pressing the mat away. Then we're gonna drop down onto our forearms. Now I gotta See the time here. So drop down one forearm at a time. Now I recommend keeping your hands at an 11. You can also interlace your grip here right in between your gaze to find a third point of contact. It's totally up to you. Time has already started here. Lift up through your shoulder blades. Feel strong through your upper body here. A lot of engagement, pressing through your forearms. Now hug up through the midline. Engage through your core. If you feel yourself, keep it going. Keep holding here. Only a few more seconds. Sorry, I'm not slacking. I just saw a notification. I want to make everything was okay. All right, yogis, here. One more inhale. And on your exhale, slowly lower and release all the way down. Beautiful. Maybe stack your hands. Rest your forehead on the top of your stacked hands just for one round of breath. And then come into your downward facing dog. So hands under your shoulders, curl your toes, press up into tabletop, and downward facing dog is where we'll meet. So we're moving along into our peak posture, if you will. Inhale, right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, step through right in between your hands. So we're moving into warrior two. We've been here before. Work the sole of your left foot parallel. Inhale, rise up, warrior two. And exhale, hold here. Let's see here. Feel your strength. Now we're going to use our inhale, rise up to star. So create an X with your body, toes out, heels in. Exhale, horse, hands through heart center. Bend your knees. So this is horse pose. This is goddess pose if you add in your hands like this. But keep your hands at heart center for right now. Now focus in on your knees. You want them to track over your toes, shoulders over your hips. Feel your strength here. Inhale, rise back up, arms to a T. Exhale, warrior two to the front of the space. So finding that heel to arch alignment. The heel of your front foot in line with the arch of your back foot. Now we're moving into our peak posture. So first extended side angle, reach, tick-tock your arms. Now maybe you're hanging out here. You can stay here and breathe. If you want to move forward, bring your left hand to your left hip. Gaze down to your right foot here. Now this is where I would grab a block or your can of soup or your candle and just place it about a foot or so in front of your right foot. We're going to step in with our left leg, just about a couple feet or so. And we're going to bring our fingers down to the top of the block. Now, again, if you're new to yoga, maybe you just hang out here. This is a great place. This is step one. If you want to move forward, you're going to shift forward. You're going to begin to lengthen and straighten your right standing leg, and your left leg is going to lift. So you want to bring that left leg as parallel to the ground as you can, flexing the left toes. Now fullest expression, reach up through your left arm here. Sorry, it's a little hard to see me. Half moon, Ardha Chandrasana, opening through your arms, through your hips, balancing. One more inhale. And exhale, release back into a warrior two. Slow and with control. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, chaturanga, back into a lunge at the front of the space. High plank. Your variation here, chaturanga. Meeting in downward facing dog. Awesome work. Downward facing dog. So moving through this last little push here into our peak posture. Inhale, left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, shift forward, build that strength, press the mat away. Inhale, three-legged dog, kick back. Exhale, step through right in between your hands here. Pivot your back foot down. Inhale, rise up, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, rise up for star. X with your body, toes out, heels in. Exhale, horse, sink it down. Bend your knees, feel your strength. Inhale, rise up, arms to a T. Exhale, warrior two, front of the space. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, extended side angle here. Hold here if you would like. If you want to move forward, draw your right hand to your right hip, gaze down to your left foot. Now again, find that block, that candle, that can of soup about a foot or so in front of your left standing leg. Then you're going to bring your right foot in. Maybe you toe heel it in a couple feet so that you're able to bring your fingers to that prop. Step three, shift forward, lengthen through your right leg. You're rooting through your left standing leg. Again, right toes are flexed to become as parallel to the ground as you can. And then last step here is to open up. You can gaze to your lifted hand if you want. You can close your eyes for an added challenge. Make sure you're breathing here, extending your top of your head to the front of the space. Lengthen through your arms, kicking back through the sole of your right foot. One more inhale. Exhale, slowly lower down into a warrior two with control. Awesome job. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, lunge. Chaturanga. Last chaturanga of class here. So make it strong. Make it a good one. Meet in downward facing dog. Awesome job, yogis. Now go ahead and drop to your knees. Take a seat towards the middle of your mat with your legs reaching out in front of you here. But keep your knees bent, arms out in front of you, and we're gonna slowly lower down one vertebrae at a time. So hug up through your core here, still finding your engagement. The slower you go, the more you might shake until you're all the way down onto the ground. Now take a full body stretch here. Reach back, kick out in front of you as if it's the first stretch of the morning. And then on your exhale, draw your knees into your chest. Curl up into a little tiny yogi ball. We're gonna find eagle legs here. So plant your feet into the ground, across your right knee over your left. Now you're gonna root your left foot into the ground and you're gonna lift your hips and draw your hips to the right and then settle them down into the earth. At the same time, drop your knees to the left. So we're finding supine twist here with eagle legs. Now your arms can come to a T or cactus your arms, and to find the deepest twist, you'll gaze over your right shoulder. Continue to hold here, continue to breathe through the twist of your spine. One more round of breath. To release, slowly bring your knees back to center. You can release your feet, maybe pedal them out. And then we're gonna find that here on the other side. So cross your left leg over your right. Root through the sole of your right foot. Lift your hips, send them to the left, and then twist. Supine twist, eagle legs, drop your knees to the right here. So again, arms can come to a T to find a deeper twist, maybe cactus. Gaze over your left shoulder for the deepest, fullest twist. Long, deep breaths here. Coming back to your mantra, your word that you thought of at the beginning of class. What is bringing you here to your mat? What are you seeking? One more round of breath. Inhale, bring your knees back to center. You can release, you can pedal them out, hug them up into your chest. Then go ahead and find a happy baby. So extend the soles of your feet up to the sky. Grab for the inside or the outside edges of your feet. You can rock and roll from side to side. Play around here with your happy baby. So what do happy babies do? They laugh and they smile. So make sure that you curl the two edges of your lips up into a smile as you're here in this happy baby playing around, maybe extending one leg at a time, maybe both at the same time. One more full body stretch, kick it out, reach it back. And then settle here into your final Shavasana. Bring your hands next to your body. Always an option here to bring one hand to belly, one hand to heart. I like the belly, the hand to belly and heart, simply because it helps me follow my breath. It allows me to feel the breath going deep into the depths of my belly. Let everything go soft. So let your feet splay open wide towards the edge of your mat. Let your toes go heavy. Let your ankles go heavy. Release any tension through your legs, through your knees, through your thighs. Let your hips go soft. Let them open up like the pages of a book. Release any engagement or tension through your belly. Just let it go heavy and soft at the same time. Same through your fingers, through your wrists, through your arms. Draw your shoulders down into the mat. Feel a softness through your cervical spine. Soften through your jaw. Release your tongue from the roof of your mouth here. Maybe your lips are slightly agape. Soften here through your temples, through your eyebrows. Soften at the space right in between your eyebrows, your third eye center. They say it's your eye of intuition. Let it glow. Let it shine. Trusting your intuition. Let that softness extend through the crown of your head here. So let all of that light come out through the crown of your head, shining it on into the world, shining it on throughout your day. Now you can hang out here in your Shavasana as long as you would like, but if you want to join me in 3 grounding breaths together, go ahead and roll off to either the left or the right side, again using your bicep as a pillow. And then slowly draw yourself up to a seated position. Sukhasana, easy pose. I like to cross one leg in front of the other, whatever feels comfortable for you. Bring your hands to heart center, thumbs to your chest, close your eyes. While still feeling long through your spine, we're going to take 3 breaths together. Inhale through your nose for 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. And exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold at the end. 2 more. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, hold. And exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold at the end. Last breath together, universal breath. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold at the top. And exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Now go ahead and bring your thumbs up in between your eyes, right at your third eye center. Breathe in here once together. Inhale. And exhale together. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste. Yay! Well, I definitely went over my hour. I apologize. But hang out here in Shavasana. Get back into your Shavasana if you would like, for as long as you would like. We definitely don't give ourselves enough time for Shavasana, so now that we are all forced to have some of this extra time, maybe give yourselves 10 minutes to just hang out on your mat, breathing, trying to keep the thoughts from overwhelming your brain and just focusing on your breath. But again, thank you so much. Keep tuning in to YogaPod Fort Collins' Facebook page. Every day we have 4 classes. I love you all. Thank you so much. Have a good day.